Okay, so here's something funny. I actually started recording the video and I forgot to push record. So I got this in the mail the other day. This is take 2, by the way. There's actually 2 packages that came in within a day of each other. Didn't have a chance to open them until just now. I opened the first one. It was a smaller one. I thought it was something to do with our lovely friend Mavic over here, but it was a USB cable, which will be another video. But I want to open this one next, because this came from the Amazon fulfillment service, and I'm pretty sure that it has something to do with Mr. or Miss Mavic over here. So let's take a look at what we got here. Okay, item number 1. It is a really colorful mouse pad. It looks like a mouse pad, but what this actually is a ultra sleek and stylish, RC remote control helicopter drone landing pad. It's supposed to be 12 by 12, and it's came from a company called Sunfyre Tech. So that's that. And item number 2, which is really what I'm interested in as well, is a Mavic lens hood. It's a sunshade lens hood gimbal protective cover, and this one happens to be manufactured by a company called Fstop Labs. I'll throw the description up for these items in the video. Maybe have a link back to the website if you want to purchase these. There'll be an affiliate link. I'd really appreciate it if you purchase it through that. But let's take a look at these products and see what they're all about. Alright, number 1, let's start off with this. Let me put this over here so you can kind of keep your eye on it. The ultra sleek and stylish RC remote control helicopter drone landing pad, helipad, 12 inch by 12 inch. Damn. So why I wanted to get something like this is I've got a pad that I land on. You may have seen it in some of the flying videos, the Let's Go Flying videos. If I can get this thing open, it's sealed pretty good. The problem is it's just a black mat that I'm using, and when this thing takes off and it's on asphalt, it kind of blends in with the asphalt. So sometimes when the Mavic does the return to home, every once in a while I won't quite be able to figure out where that landing pad is, and it'll be off by a few feet. Usually it's pretty right on, but sometimes it's a little bit off. So I understand that if I'm going to test this out later. If you have something that the camera can actually pick up and is very distinctive, that when it comes back it'll look for this particular spot and it'll land right on it. Plus it's nice just to have it smaller. The one I have is like almost the size of this whole table that I'm filming on. Gives me a nice really big place to land. It doesn't kick up dust on the cover, but it'd be nice to have a smaller thing to target on. So this thing is 12 by 12, and that was probably really loud. I just probably yelled right into the mic. And that Mavic fits just barely on it. How's that look? Hopefully that comes across. It is, the legs are right on the money. What I like about that is that'll really give you some good practice when you're coming in to land. If you can land on this mat every time without the legs going off, the landing legs going off the side, that's pretty cool. So I'll practice my little skills on that. Okay, item number 2 is made by Fstop Labs. There's a bunch of varieties I found on Amazon. I just happened to pick this one. I don't think it was necessarily the cheapest. Maybe it was, but it had pretty good reviews. So I just pulled this out of the plastic. You probably saw that. I'm going to move the Mavic out of the way so you can kind of see this better. Hang on. There. Alright, so this is what we're talking about now. So, I just pulled it out of the package for the first time. It's my first impression. So it's okay. It's lighter than I expected. So by that, my first impression when I picked it up is it's kind of like flimsy. You can kind of see how it bends a little bit. So I was like, but I was expecting more like kind of rubberized, I don't know, I wasn't expecting this, but as I think about it, you don't want anything heavy. The lighter the weight, the better. It's not gonna, on your battery. So that's probably actually a good thing, because really all you're trying to do, this product, is just try to protect some of the glare coming across the screen, and then protect the gimbal if you crash nose first, which it may or may not actually protect anything, but at least it's a peace of mind. But so yeah, it's not too bad. It looks like it matches pretty good. Let me pull the Mavic up over here so we can kind of see. So the color's not exact. Let me set this down. I don't know if I can get this in the light. So it's obviously, yeah, right there you can really tell. I'm gonna try to zoom in. This might be a really bad idea. No, that's all I got. All right, so it's darker. It's actually darker than the blades even, but I don't know if that matters really. It's not gray, it's black. But let's see how it fits. It looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna pull off the gimbal protector. And then, let's see if I can get this on camera. So it actually looks, it has the two clips. It's just like the gimbal cover. It's pretty much the same style, the two clips here, and as the glass one or the plastic clear one that comes with it, as I smash into everything. It does not go on as easy right off the bat. Yeah, it doesn't fit perfectly. Oh, alright, well, okay, that was me being I'll abbreviate DA. Yeah, you have to actually force it, so that it's a little bit tighter. This thing, it just clips on really easy. It doesn't really take a lot of effort. This one, you have to actually really clamp it in and push it in. So let me see how hard it is to. I'm probably breathing really heavy into the mic. Sorry about that. All right, yeah, it's okay. It comes off really simple. Okay. You just have to give it a little bit more of a push to get it clipped underneath there. But I'm going to turn this thing on and let's see what it. Let's see if I can get a close up of that. So there's plenty of clearance. I don't know if you can see this or not. There's plenty of clearance inside for the gimbal to rotate around. Hopefully that's coming through. Let me fold up my props. So you can see the gimbal kind of moving around. It looks like it's not going to smash into it or anything. And from the side, it protects that. Obviously, it's going to protect that camera from that initial blow. And it's tight. I had to really kind of push this down to lock it in, so it's pretty tight on there. So it's not going to like pop off, right? Just come completely off and not protect the gimbal. It'll take a beating a little bit before it comes off, I would guess. So I'm going to turn this thing on and let it go through its little paces. Let's see if I can get a good angle on it. Let's put it on our new, what do they call it, sleek and stylish pad. Alright, I'm not going to be able to get too, you know what, I'm going to turn off the camera and then I'm going to try to get a little bit better angle on this so we can see. I don't know if I can get my tripod down close enough, but let's give this a try so you can kind of see it start up and see how the camera moves around. Okay, I adjusted it down a little bit, so let's recap here. Hopefully that's not awful, an awful view. But so we've got the gimbal protective cover on there. my focus is going to be like all out of whack. I'm really close. I don't have the right lens on for this, I don't think. But let's see what happens. You know what? Let me try backing this up. Alright, that's as good as it's going to get. I'm sure you guys are bored to death right now. Alright, so let's turn this thing on and watch it go through its paces. Okay, I did hear it hit. I did hear it click in. Let me turn on the monitor. Of course, I don't even have that thing out, or not the monitor, but the controller, and see if I got a gimbal error on that. Because it did totally kind of like click a little bit. So I'm gonna shut everything down and try this one more time. Give me just a second. Alright, take two. We're going to try this again. So now I've got everything kind of ready to go. I'm going to start this. Now, listen really close. I'll try to keep my mouth shut. Listen really close and see if you can hear the camera, if it's hitting against these edges or not. I thought I heard it, but it might have just been the gimbal itself going through. But let's listen. Okay, I think that was my imagination. I didn't hear it. I did not hear any clicking. So I don't know if anybody else has experienced this, but right here, when I first start the Mavic up, I always get this radio channel quality. Let's see if this is zoomed in. There we go. I always get this. Zoom in. Zoom in. It starts off and it's always poor. And then after a few seconds it switches over to good. I don't know why. But anyway, it seems to work. I don't have any errors. Gimbal status is normal. It's ready to go. Alright, so I think that works out pretty good. So that was the sunshade / gimbal protective cover. Hope you enjoyed that. I like it. It looks pretty good. I'll have to get out there and fly with it and see. I can't imagine it's going to affect performance that much. Maybe it'll bring down the battery less than a minute on each flight, but pretty good. Won't complain. So there you have it. Got the gimbal protective cover from, I think it was called FSP. I'll throw the description up on that one. And then we've got this handy dandy 12x12 landing pad. Alright, that's all. Hope you keep flying, keep it safe. This is OPG out. This is the part I hate the worst about the Mavic. It is completely awesome in every way, except for this part right here. It's so hard if you're out in the field trying to hold this thing and trying to get these things together when you don't have something to rest it on. I don't know why they designed, I mean, I guess what can you do? It just, and then trying to do it on camera sucks too. I guess it helps. I've got like a nice little waterproof cover. You have to move that out of the way. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, that went good.